Welcome back to Brighter Shores. We have run out of backpack space. That's different. 19 hours and 59 minutes. We got 23.9. And 43,000 experience. So this is set up in a it's a different ratio of time to items. Instead of 66 minutes per item, so we end up with 21.6 after 24 hours. This one we've gotten 24 items in 20 hours. How bizarre. One thing to just be slightly different here. Anyways, that's a level 40 botanist. We can now harvest banded leeks. Leeks that think they're armadillos. Amazing. And we got all these garlics for garlic herring, which we're not going to use probably because of the level of it. I'm going to sell that later. And it doesn't store into there because of course this isn't for botany. This is a ingredient. It goes in the ingredient bank. Alright. So we'll just run over here to the storage spot and put these in. We'll have to see if this translates to a weird amount of total experience per 24 hours here too. So we're not going to get the total amount. How strange. Just performs better in the greenhouse, I guess. Weird. Anyways, I'm going to keep working on Hope Forest stuff because of the soon, apparently, update that's going to be coming to Hope Forest. New quest down here. Could have higher levels than we have, at least. Especially in Botanist here. Keep working on that. And we also need to, when we have time, keep working on getting some knowledge points here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then having 2 spare for trading other things would also be great. And it takes a while to do Botanist stuff. Or knowledge point stuff. We'll think about it when we have time. Out of bag space again after the 20 hours of deep side garlic. 43,200 XP though. Level 41 botanist. He'll harvest cowback rosemary. Who actually is rosemary? Right. Well, that's fine. But we need the knowledge point for that. Oh, we need knowledge points. So, since we need knowledge points, we're going to go get some knowledge points from Woodcutter. The passive we're about to unlock is the whole splitting wood. Just gets us money, not useful. So until 55, we're basically good to cut these brambles. Technically we could go cut logs, but the brambles are easier because they're all in a huge, nice circle. Store these, go cut some brambles, try to get at least a few of these knowledge points going. Going to need more knowledge points for later too. It's a whole thing. 200% knowledge points, or I guess just 2 or something. Just gonna unlock everything in the Hope Forest area here. Take the Comic Rosemary and go back in again. Grab the split wood for Hannah, which we're not gonna do. I guess we can do it one time just for the XP, but still. Mostly, I'm stuck inside brambles. Okay. Mostly, this is just for later. Let's get some more. Another 2 knowledge points. And use another one in Woodcutter, because we got to 55 for the coarse oak branches. So, grab that. And get the first time bonuses from all the other Woodcutter stuff here. Like a swamp log. And knowledge point. Save that for later. Well, this is for level 51. That one. And how's that looking? That's what we're doing? Maybe? Swamp? It's just an active. Doesn't matter then. In terms of other things we can do, would be the passive ones here in Woodcutter. If the wood is next to the teleport, oak branches right over here. So we'll do that right now, since we're here. We'll just go for it entirely. We go for the lop. That'll get us some oak branches. And that'll be used when we're making oak stuff at level 54. Perfect. And we should only get 21.6 of these. Unlike the botanist stuff, which gets a full inventory. Well, that's gonna be great. First time bonus. Freshly snapped off a tree for using over there. 19 hours of oak branches. 17.1 baskets, 57,000 XP. That's a level 56 woodcutter. One more level for the next unlock. Yeah. 24 hours of coarse oak branches. Full 21.6 and 73,000 XP. Woodcutter, 58. Now fell level 57 yew trees. I mean, you can call it rugged yew trees for rugged yew logs, but sure. Uninspiring log. That's okay. We can still keep lopping though, so we will. 24 hours of coarse oak branches, 1,673,000 experience. That's level 60 woodcutter. Can now lop coarse suave branches, freshly snapped off a tree. Amazing. Well, that would require us to spend the knowledge point on that, which is a questionable choice. Depends if we need to. So instead, I'm gonna store these and go back and do some cowback rosemary. Huh? Let's get that happening. Angle the camera a normal way here. Anyways, if we need to go all the way back down to the greenhouse here, that's a ways. That's okay though. Pop to the storage rift, since it's right nearby. How's that? Alright. Few new things to look at while we run over towards the greenhouse. We've got the next quest. Blight of Spores. Highest level foe 110, botanist 60 to 69. It's only requiring botanist. That's noteworthy. There's also a few new areas between places. Like right here. Yeah, there's something else somewhere else between somewhere else. Works in progress. New rooms under construction in the mine. Just a new spot here between the forest and town. Everything's just been moved over to the side a little bit. Here is entrance to Hopeport. Wow. Because this room here wasn't already entrancey enough, I guess. Entrance to Hopeport appears to still be in Hope Forest, since we didn't get the loading screen. Assuming that's a thing. It is. Oh yeah. New quest. Clearly we're going to need a much higher level. We are 41 botanist. So if that's the only thing we need to worry about training right now, should probably just focus on that. We'll get to 60, and then we'll see if we need more than that, which is entirely possible. In terms of points we're going to need to get to 60, we're going to be going through 1, 2, 3 more things. We need 300% knowledge. We got 100 already. That's decent. Let us harvest some cowback rosemary by also just growing it entirely, I guess. But yeah. Level 60 plus. That's gonna take a little bit. That's gonna take a little bit. I suppose we probably should try to get our knowledge points from botanist, since that would be the only thing that really would make progress here. 668 experience. Bonus. Who actually is rosemary? Used for a level 30 potion. So, not exactly helpful. There you go. Out of backpack space again. 23.9 for, well, 24. 20 hours, 45,000 XP. That's a level 43 botanist. No unlocks. Let me go store this all away. Do more. It's still weird that this is a 20-hour system. 20 hours, 24. We change this? Yes, it gets to full 24. 45,000 XP. That is level 44 botanist. Now harvest sunshine dandelions. If we were so inclined. Where would one find a sunshine dandelion? If you want to go do that, which we could. Very close to 45 here. Anyways. Also don't have this leak yet either. The Path of Good Intentions. It's kind of right over here. And the Mushroom Glade, which is the other way. I suppose. What's it all? Path of Good Intentions. Let's run past some Wendigos. Oh, it's always nice when you just run through the quote-unquote combat rooms that you just can run through anyways. Harvest a leek. That's plus XP. Info on the leek. Leeks that think they're armadillos. The banded leek. Using level 30 cooking recipe. Amazing. Sunshine dandelions are in the mushroom glade. Right over here. Right from you. Got another door for the quest here. It's gonna be great. Okay. Lots of new places that we're gonna see once we get this up to 60 plus. Starts the quest right here. Here's some dandelions. Amazing. Bonus XP. Oh, 45. Yeah. And that's used in a little 44 regular potion. It's a lovely warm color. We're just putting singular items into our item storages. That's fine. If everyone needs to get into the storage and it's got too many things, we can just drop them at that point. Throwing this problem to us later. Alright. Yeah, 45. We just need to get to 60 plus. Then we actually start the quest. And then we see what it actually requires as the level. So, we will see. Eventually. Out of bag space again. 24, 45,000 XP. Cowback Rosemary. That's a level 46 botanist. Now harvest lemon thymes. That is new passive here. Has a fresh citrus smell. Oh, that's nice. I think we should still have a knowledge point for that. Brilliant. Let's get what we need here. We have a lot of things we need here, but specifically botanist is the only one that's actually required for the quest we want to do, so technically that is the main priority, obviously. Storage rift. Put all this stuff in. And keep working on it. 46. Still not anywhere close to 60. We're working on it. Alright. Let's get this next thing. Take out the tub. Plant it up. Have a good time. Have a good time. That's what it is. Okay. And what? How much passive first time XP are we gonna get here? Just grows while we're not even looking at it. Brilliant. 735. And this is used for future use in chef. Wow. Okay. Morphle. 24, 50,000 XP. Level 48 botanist with no unlocks. Backpack. 20, 24, 50,000. Level 49 botanist. Now harvest yellow tang fruit. Ting fruit has a sour tang. Fun fact. Technically not a full inventory this time. 19 hours and 55 minutes for 23.9 baskets. 50,000 XP and level 51 botanist. Now buy a grade 2 hand rake and harvest oak root shadow mint. That's a new passive thing here. Okay. So that is a problem because we don't have the knowledge points right now. So, gonna need that. And we really should be training botany for that since it's the only thing we actually need levels in right now. So that's an unfortunate situation. It's a bit of a mess to do so. Okay. Okay, gentlemen. Yep. Well, I suppose we might as well go harvest yellow tang fruit for that. Although we might need the fertilizer or whatever. In a storage somewhere, probably. Yep. Let's figure this out. Location, these are at the barricades, which is right over here. And there's a strange rift right next to it, so that's at least in a good spot. Botanist Pink. We have 3 fertilizer. Do we even need fertilizer for this? That's another question. We'll need it for whatever we do later, probably. So, we'll go get some. Get these from Two Supplies. Info from Fertilizer Emporium. This is the unicorn area, yeah. Where is it? For botanists, Fertilizer Emporium, Botanist Bank. Let's look on the map here. Cyclops Path Fertilizer Emporium. Yep. Teleport to the portal here. Hope Forest Central. Now, as for how much fertilizer we want to purchase, just a little bit. Realistically, we could go and get more knowledge points for all these other things. This is one we really care about right now, though, so start with that. We need a 60 plus botanist. So in terms of passives we're gonna like, it's gonna be at least 2 more. So we get to 200% here, it'll be at least a start. Or if we get this one and then 200% more, that'd be pretty good. Okay. And each kind of a thing gets kind of a percentage of things. How many fertilizer would use? In theory, it'll be useful later if we also do more of this. It's not like it's too expensive. Auto buy 100 for a stack. That's acceptable. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. The tang fruit is down at the barricades. Let's go. Just have to chop through some brambles. Did quite a bit of this for some nice, easy knowledge points and woodcutter XP. That's level 60. Doesn't need to be. Not useful for those quests we're doing. You know, that's something. Okay. Get down here. Get some tang fruit. We got 4 sections of tang fruit. Do it. Just harvest the first ones here. Got the percent bonus. These are for level 60 potions. Strength Arbore. That's something. see if we can make this work here. Do all this. Gonna water and fertilize. That gets us to 75% of the way to the next one, so we do need fertilizer for the little bushes here, I suppose. Water and fertilize. Go to the 4. There's barricade guard. Over to the 9. Let's water and fertilize. That's all good. This needs the spray. Get some more water. It's a 75%. Just needs spray and water. We could wait a little bit longer and be able to actually go straight through. But this one only needs water. It's fine for the spray, now it's there. 75%. It's definitely not quite as streamlined, unfortunately. A little bit of waiting time between the times, and these are the only ones of these. Yellow ting fruit cultivated. Over here, do the cultivating here. And this one's gonna. The difference between the 2 activities and the 3 activity times also makes this, or 1 activity and 2 activity interactions. Also, it's a problem. Okay, so we did all that, and now we are at 19% knowledge. So then we can go around all these. They're starting their own progress towards the next, but if we do all this extra stuff, it goes a lot quicker. And double resources for what all that's worth. Alright. We will get some knowledge points here. Sounds like a plan. Knowledge point obtained. Oak root shadow mint activated. And also, because of our levels here, we can upgrade to the level 2 watering can, hand rake, and greenfly spray. Hand rake info: plants grow better in raked soil. Cobbled together from bits of metal. Refillable device. If we go here and buy the rank 2 stuff, info on this. Star 2, which is what we're getting. XP boost of plus 5% for 255 silver. Worth it. And the watering can, XP boost of 5%, 252 silver. And then the sprayer, 5%. So in theory, we'll give an additional 15% XP for something, or something. Also, auto buy, fill up the refill. I don't want 6. Pour into sprayer. Need 2 doses. You sure want to refill and not waste the excess? Can I store these anywhere? Storable in the botanist bank. Alright. Well, we still have 82 sprays left. We're lower on water than anything. We don't even want multiple of those. We can also get the botanist cape if we wanted to. Fill up our water in can here. Got a couple of different things in the botanist storage. Extra fertilizer, these. That's something. Okay. So nothing in the special tab until 92 for the willow water. But we can turn this on here. Make the next thing. Question is if it's going to be useful for anything. I suppose. Our first time experience here. And if this over 50, we're now only sub 50 is detective. That's something. We could go buy almost all of the basic capes. If we could afford that. It costs a little bit. Bonus XP. Okay. First discovered growing near some oaks, this oak root sediment. Used for level 30 potions. Yeah. We're mostly just here for the botanist XP. Which is working. Out of space again. 24. 20 hours. 55,000 XP. From all this sediment. Oh, 53. One more level for the next unlock. Didn't even get anything. Making our way towards 60 plus. Backpack. 20, 24, 55,000 again. Level 55. Botanist. You can now harvest Grave Bloom orchids. People of Timberwell Village use these to honor the dead. Amazing. We can also just do another day of this. And even more. Full amount. 55,000 XP. Well, 57 botanist. You now harvest terrain beetroot. Pairs well with macabut for the macabut on toast recipe. That could be useful. What is our cooking? Yep, that's the chef level rat for the passive. That's actually beneficial to actually get those from here. Not that we're too worried about that. Okay. So, how many of those would we need then? I'm gonna use those. Chef passive. That is 8 levels worth of these. And over here, this is only 5. No. Well, 5 levels worth of this. So it'd be beneficial to get all of those in passive. So we could probably go do something to get passive, get active XP that's not that. What else are we thinking? Something easy. Something easier than this. Can I have it? I'll go grab one orchid. We need knowledge. Is that currently be used for everything? Rugged Yulong. What do we think? What are we thinking? Do you think we could carpent? Not really. Don't have any logs or anything. We got most of our woodcutter XP from just the brambles, which is definitely a thing. Really easy. Not very productive, unfortunately. Bamboo stinks soon. Oh, we'll go do something for some knowledge points, I guess. Or one at least. Knowledge point. Decided, might as well go do some cooking with it. If we need all of these for cooking and we're gonna not have enough, have less XP, we need to get cooking. Just still doing the really simple vegetable stews because they're the easiest to deal with. We need to get a few more levels if we make new level of vegetable stew. That'd be nice. Yeah, with that, we can head back out to Hope Forest and get more botanist stuff. So we could also go check where this is at. It's just on the way. It's in the Timberwell Green. Yeah, perfect. That will work. Do we need the botanist XP currently for what we're currently doing? Not exactly, but this will be what we need to do to get to level 60 plus. And we'll actually see what level it actually needs when we actually go and start the quest. Between the star difficulty levels and the hover info, you get some information, which is almost enough. Technically, we wouldn't know exactly what the requirements are for the quest, but still, we have rough information. So, I don't know. Much added by just having it be a level range instead of just the level that it needs to be. There was no information whatsoever. That could be something, but... Some of those who's used are dead for strength abore potions. Now, level 60 alchemist stuff. I'm thinking some higher level, potentially more useful ingredients here from our botanist-ing. As we get higher levels and stuff. Put those away. Okay. Passives. Terrain, beetroots. Also got the first time experience for this. It's great. And there's just all the seeds are just in here. It's fine. Perfect. Okay. Also something of interest. Getting close to 1,000 total. Not that that means anything, but it exists. Okay. Let's get this to 60. And if it is 61 plus or even 66 plus, we're going to need more knowledge points right now. That's alright. Some bonus there, sure. Okay. Backpack. 24. 59,000 XP. Helps that the experience keeps increasing as the amount per level keeps increasing. Level 58 botanist. Can now harvest myrtle apples. What an unusual color for an apple. Very. And where would that be if we wanted to just go and do that? It is in Mr. McQuish's garden. It's over there. Okay. That's an option. For when we get there. Another full backpack. And a full amount here. 60,000 experience. That's very clean. And that is level 60 botanist. We could technically go start the quest right now, but we're not going to. One more day. Out of space. Everything, 60,000, 2024. Level 61 botanist. Can now harvest brush tarragon. Brush tarragon is well adapted to growing well in Hope Forest. That's where we are. And it's apparently also grows well in this greenhouse. It's part of level 52 alchemy potion. Okay. And we don't have a knowledge point to get that right now, so we won't right now. Almost got to 62 botanist here. Another 3,700 XP. Fairly close. Let's go see if we can start the quest here and see what is actually required of us. If it's only 61, we're good. If it's 62, we could get there here. If it's more than that, we need to get the knowledge point and get it going. Well, let's find out. Talk to Kedwick Shalstanger. Hi. Hello, traveler. I have something to ask of you. Pardon me. Something to ask of you if you would lend an ear. Who's that wild man next to you? Him? I call him Warboy. He just showed up one day and will not stop following me. It's getting a little annoying to have someone follow your every step day and night. I have tried to talk to him, but he will only ever reply with Warboy. I have taken to assume that must be his name. Must be a reason why he is so insistent on following me around. What do you think? Probably wants to learn hunting from you. Probably wants to hunt you. They're doing a very good job of hunting them if they're just following around. Learning hunting. Learning how to hunt is an essential part of growth for every wild man. Could be. Yes, you must be right. I'm an expert hunter, and Warboy must have been impressed with my skills. You know, thinking about it, I don't mind him too much now. What sorts of creatures are in Hope Forest? Oh, all sorts. There's bears, spriggans, moss monsters, wolves in the North Forest, vipers and tree cats to the east, and Umberdon and giant flies to the south. You know why some of the future mutated? I should know, thanks. There's more things we talked about before. They mutated because of the big crystal, but we dealt with that now, so. Now we're dealing with the next things. What do you want to ask me about? Well, Traveler, I'm glad you asked. As you know, hunting is my trade, and morning hunts are an important part of my daily routine. But for the past few mornings, I've been waking up feeling strangely drained, and my throat and nose hurts. So you have a nasty cold. That's what I assumed, but my symptoms go away whenever I'm away from this area. Suspicious, I started searching for clues. Found a probable cause, some obviously evil plants in Mushroom Glade. Every day a few more of these evil plants sprout from the ground. I think they're releasing something into the air. Wait, what makes these plants evil? They're evil because at this rate, I will have to relocate elsewhere, or my morning hunts will be forever ruined. Are you not responsible for protecting Hope Forest from evil? Would you remove these plants for me? I can take a look for you. You have my thanks, Traveler. I knew you wouldn't let me down. You can find these evil plants in the Mushroom Glade, directly west of here. Alright. Mushroom Glade, directly west of here. That can't be a good sign. Strange plant. These are the evil plants that Kedwick was talking about. They do have a strange look to them. Let's see. Ah, spores. Oh no. These things are making me feel terrible. I hope it'll end up like Kedwick. See if they can be removed. Uproot. Strange plants. Surely it shouldn't be hard to uproot. Goes for it. Ah, it's just so much spores. Can't be done. This is tough. Sure, I'm sorry, I have to uproot a few weeds. Go for it. It's not even budging an inch. Okay, that didn't work. How about this? Axe. Just how tough is this plant? This is not working. Let's tell Kedwick that I can't remove them. About the purple one. Warborn? You can say Warborn? Warborn. 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 Fallow. Warborn. Fallow. Yol. Warborn. Okay. I've tried to remove the plants, but they are tough as nails and won't budge at all. Even you cannot do it. We really have a problem on our hands. We'll need to consult a botany expert. Aren't you on the Fruits and Vegetables Committee? If so, you would know how to deal with weeds, right? I'd love to know this, but I don't, unfortunately. You see, my role in the Fruits and Vegetables Committee is to eat crops and judge them for taste and aesthetics. In fact, I know next to nothing about growing crops myself, haha. Is there someone else we can ask for help? Anyone at all? Great question. Someone who knows a lot about plants. So it's on my tongue, but I can't seem to remember who it is. I'll have to try to find someone. There has to be someone around here somewhere. Someone with a garden, perhaps? Someone who knows a lot about plants. I do question if any of these quests also have other quests as requirements. We talked about the gardening committee and everything, so maybe. We'll see. We will see. So there, here. Alright. That's locked by the strange plant barricade. Yep. McGrish, what do you want? Need some advice on getting rid of evil plants. Trying to remove them, but they're tough as nails. Evil plants, never heard of them. And why did you come to me for help? It's not my gardens and not my problem. Don't think I've forgotten your face. You said you're a judge for the Fruits and Vegetables Committee, but I haven't heard a peep from them about my marrow yet. Maybe a rejection letter. The forest could be overrun by these things if we don't stop it. If we don't find a solution soon, your garden will be in trouble too. Fine. A couple years back, the garden had a big problem with weeds. A clever guard lady concocted a poison that removed the weeds, but did no harm to my crops. Can't remember her name. She's stationed east of here, deeper within the forest. Now go away. East of here, deeper in the forest. We go. Okay. Somewhere east of Timberwell. Guard. Stationed. I mean, there's a guard station over here. That could be it. guard shack. That'd be a good place to look for a guard, I would say. See if they have anything helpful this time. Hello. Not often we get a visit from one of the guards in town. I need your help with weed removal. Indeed, I can. Did you hear this from Mr. McGrish? That's correct. I guess so. The old man may be very hard to approach. We can soften him a bit if you help him with his problems. I say, I still don't know how you can manage to talk to him for more than 5 seconds. Must be my charm. Anyway, what kind of weed do you need removing? It's a special case. These strange-looking plants in Mushroom Glade, they're tough and seemingly impossible to remove by force. Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I like it. I need to sample this plant before I can make a poison targeting it. This way I can make sure the poison works. If that's as tough as you say, you might need a specialized tool to obtain a sample. I recall someone in Timberwell sells tools for working with plants and trees. Consider asking them. Good luck on getting a sample. I'll be here. Okay. We need tools. It's easily supplied over here at the tool shop. What kind of specialized plant with specialized tool we're thinking of here? We already have quite a few different tools. All in our tool belt. Not really. The tools are in the magical skill storage. The tool belt just has piles of buckets and stuff. Anyways. Shopkeep. Terminal supplies. Supply if anything. Looking for a tool to gather a sample from a tough plant. All my tools are for tending to plants, not taking samples from them. Try asking Oros. He sells all kinds of sharp cutting implements. Okay. The axe guy I see over here. Lumber. Oros' pointy implements. I would do it. Shop. Talk to Oros. Good to you. My name is Oros, purveyor of fine saws, hatchets, and other wood-cutting tools. I'm looking for a tool to gather a sample from a tough plant. Of course, as you may guess, I'm also a purveyor of fine plant sample gathering tools. How tough are we talking? What kind of axe can cut it? Well, it seems like nothing at all. Nothing I had could make a significant cut in it. Oh, I see. We need to make something especially fine in that case. Finest blade I could make, we need a claw from a Wendigo, and then attach it to the handle made from a coarse ash plank. You're a fine guard, getting these things for the sake of a fine scalpel would be no trouble to you, correct? I'll do my best. A Wendigo claw, and a coarse ash plank. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, coarse ash. Something. I need to go get coarse ash. Or just buy coarse ash plank. Maybe. Benches, pen benches, popular swan. No. Trade this guy. Here's a rugged ash plank. We need a coarse ash plank. That's like level 0. Fascinating. Take it. And then we also need a Wendigo claw. We're probably gonna need to actually just fight a Wendigo for that. That could be a potion item. We might be able to buy it from potion supplies shop, in theory. But the Wendigos are right here, so that'd probably be the easier route to take, I would say. Let's get it. Wendigo. Easy. Yeah, it's fine. Attack it. I'm gonna set that up. Auto attack stuff. We have a whopping 360 health here. Hilarious. A claw from the dead Wendigo. You need to be a specific actual claw here too. Okay. Quest items. Info on this. Show claw from Wendigo. Handle with care. Okay. You can make the scalpel for me. Okay. Just an entire plank with a claw on it. Something. item. Claw. All the parts you need for the scalpel. There we go. I expected no less. Hold on for just a minute. Here. If this can't cut into your plant, nothing will. Be sure to come back if you have any more need for fine tools. Okay. So we got the scalpel. A sharp scalpel with a blade made from Wendigo claw. According to Maurice, this can cut through any plant. Well, let's see. If 61 botanist is enough to do so. Take sample. Time to see if this try the scalpel and see if it works. Poke, poke, poke. It's still not working. Better not have scammed me. I've better like trying to scalp another one of these. Let's go for the purple one. Maybe one of these is not as tough as the others. The one that looks different? Could be. Ah, the scalpel broke. I did manage to chip off a piece of the plant. Takes us back to Tanash. Right. Look at this. Strange plant sample. Something for a strange plant. First seen in Mushroom Glade, it's still glowing. It's like purple around the yellow part of it. Where are we taking this back to? What? Oh, taking it back to the guard. And they need to make the thing for making the thing to do the thing. Poison. Alright. We can do that. Running, running, running. Back over here. So what else they might need for making this concoction? Could be anything around the forest. I have a sample of that plant. There you go. Well done. Let's have a look. The color is off, but this surely cannot be anything else. Right? I have good news, neutral news, and bad news. Good news is, I can make a poison targeting this plant. Neutral news is, this is not actually a plant at all, but a fungus called fire coral. Normally they would look orange or yellow. The purple glow on this one is due to the magic it absorbed. Okay. Wait, the plants are actually fungi? Surprisingly, yes. Not all fungi look like your typical mushrooms. This species bears a striking resemblance to corals of the sea, hence the name. Some of them were indeed yellow. They're also glowing, though not as much as this one. Ah, that means they're absorbed magic too, though not as much as this sample. Magic can make something much tougher and more potent. No wonder he had trouble with them. Although there is such thing as too much magic. When a vessel holds more magic than it can safely contain, like this one, it'll become weak, like a balloon that has too much air inside it. Which makes them more vulnerable than usual, allowing you to damage it with a scalpel. Now for the bad news. Unfortunately, the cellular structure of this fungus is quite unique. I'll need a special ingredient to make a poison for it. I'll need a ghost nightshade, a golden hemlock, and a red arrow. It's an illustrated book showing what each of these plants look like. Where can I find the ingredients for the poison? I do not know, sorry. I beg your pardon. Like I said, I unfortunately do not know. These plants are rare, and given their poisonous nature, few go out actively looking for them. The wild men will know. They use the poison from these plants to hunt, but most wild men are not polite enough for conversation. I had an arm wrestle match with a wild man once. Man, was I crazy back then. So a wild man may know where I can gather these plants. No guarantees. If you're really interested in talking with one, a translation notebook of Wildspeak. I hardly made a start in recording the Wildman language before I deemed it to not be worth the trouble. But perhaps you can continue where I left off. Traders in Timberwell will know some Wildspeak. They sometimes take the route north to avoid the outlaws. Try talking to them. Write down translations you learn into this notebook. Actually, once you have gathered the plants and produced a specialized poison for your fungus. Okay. Again, interesting update on the fungi problem. For the poison, need those. all things. Another question to ask. How many coins do you have? See you later. Alright. There we go. We need all of these. Look, that potentially can help you harvesting the ingredients with poison. Well speak, common speak translation. War I, lure you, car, sun gone. You'll, yes, good fellow, no bad. May greet, confink, say goodbye. I, you, no, yes. Yes, I, me good, no bad. Okay. Cutscene in progress. Oh boy. You've got your thinking face on. What's wrong? Are you unsure of the results? Danash? Sorry, I'm still thinking about this fungi. There's something I don't have an explanation for. You know how vessels are limited in how much magic they can absorb? Heard you talking about this, yes. That piece of fungus, magic concentration is off the charts. Way more than what an individual specimen should be able to absorb. Sounds fascinating. What are your theories? None at the moment. If I can sell my book on the subject. Page 122. On the subject of magic transference. Conscious vessel may deliberately transfer its magic to another, either to empower another or to circumvent its own limit in holding more magic. It's almost as if you got a worried face on. Except something about face I have on, Rockstar. I do hope my theory is wrong, however. Otherwise, we may very soon have some real work to do. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. So we need translation information. We need to go talk to Warlord. Okay. Talk to people. Remember, smart in. Champ. See if we get any more words here. Hatchets. Can you teach me some wild speak? I'll speak. Why do you ask? Try to speak with a wild man. Understanding he was crucial for finding the ingredients for a quest I'm on. It's very understandable. I only know the most basic 2 words of wild speak. Boar means big or strong, and kel means small or weak. That's all I've learned. Find yourself having better luck asking the other traders here. New notes added. Love trying to speak with a wild man. Yep. We'll talk to everybody here. Gwen. Talk. Lumber shop. Wild speak. The language spoken by the wild man. Oh yes, I happen to be a master of the language. Everyone knows that Yol and fallow mean good and bad, but few know a hidden secret about them. By saying the same word twice emphasizes the word and makes it stronger. For example, fallow would be very bad, or evil you might say. That'll be 5 gold pieces, by the way. My wild speak lessons are highly sought after. With great demand comes great profiteering. Fallow. Yo, great application of what you've learned. I'll let you go this time. We will pay the next time round. Okay, can you give me more? Or wild speak? Yeah, yellow fallow. Size, fallow. Oh, fallow. Fantastic. I mean, I would just pay for the lessons. That'd be a simpler way to do this. Get it all taken care of. Here, need to talk to him. No. They're more the traders than anything. Go for that. Hey, timber. Wild speak. You're looking to talk with Wildman down the road. Words for directions might come in handy if you're doing that. Well, in the north is Nor and south is Sor. East and west are Makar and Sekar, respectively. Perfect. Directions would be helpful for getting directions to where things are. I can appreciate that. That will be good. See what else we got here. A few more potential shops here. Could have some more words for us. A few more supplies. Wild speak. Those barbarians. Don't personally see the point of trying to speak with them. If you really want to know, I know that Massey means to harvest or collect, and Dukar means to hunt or kill. Having to hear a Wildland say, Jakar, while pointing towards you, better leave before things get ugly. Very good. Hello. It's the arrow following. Oh. Armor, wild speak. Of course, turns out everyone likes pretty colors, Wildman included. When foraging or hunting, Wildman place a heavy emphasis on accurately describing the locations. For example, forest is Sira, river is Pelta, and cave is Dunba. Their language is fascinating. I would love to learn more when I find the time. Okay. We got directions, near a forest, near a cave. Emphasis. Locked area. That could be all we need. Want to harvest evil plants. Let's see if we can make this work. A word for plants. Harvest evil. That's about all we have. See if that's enough. And also see how much we actually have to figure out ourselves here. Making progress in conquering evil plant infestation. Potentially can help with the evil plants. Says you can create a poison for the plant if we can gather some ingredients for her. Tenja, who's that again? Right, one of the guards at the shack. That's great. You know, ever since they were stationed here, I've hardly ever seen them work at all. Other than renewing my hunting permit once a year, of course. Keep up the good work, traveler. Feel the celebration of my nostrils is at hand. Okay. Warborn. Show more of the plant's illustration book. Show the Ghost Nightshade page. Lord Massey Sira Makar Kello. I'll probably have to write this down. Or screenshot. I'm just gonna write it down. Information. Lore. Massey. Sira. Makar. Kello. That was the Ghost Nightshade. Alright. Red arrow. Don't fall down with that. Alright. And then the third one, Golden Hemlock. Got Lore Massey. It all starts the same. Pelta Sor Boro. Boro. Double Boro. That's a lot. Golden Hemlock. Yep. And stop showing the book. Okay. Let's look at the book. Get our information here. Lore. Messy. Let's harvest. Harvest. You harvest. I'm gonna harvest everything here. You harvest, you harvest, you harvest. Sira. Forest. Matar. East. Kello. Kel is small weak. Forest East. Small question mark. Dunba. Cave. North. Big. Pelta. Is river. South. Very big. Alright. Well, that's something-ish. I'm gonna go places. Forest to the east, and it's small. mean, it's all the forest. Doesn't really narrow it down, does it? Yep, there it is. Ghost Nightshade. Forest to the east. Got it. Check. Big cave to the north. I mean, there is bears. I don't think bears would have a cave. Magic cave. Magic powerful cave. I could do it. I mean, it was big or powerful, so magic cave. Sounds about right. Then the river to the south. Very, very big. It's a big river. Down here somewhere. Okay. That sounds good to me. Under construction area. Right. Let's go this way. Got all these just water pumps everywhere here too now. That's nice. While we're out and about, where were these guys at? At the garden? Okay, never mind. Ghost Nightshade. Dark purple flowers bloom from the nightshade, so the ghosts of the dead gather where they grow. Seems safe and good. Here's some red arrow. 62 for red arrow. Alright. We can do that. Where can we botanist some stuff here? Hellberries. Just need a little bit of experience. 120. Grab a few 120s, we can make this happen. Just kind of run around, grab some stuff, get back over here. Better plan as any. One level. A little bit of everything around. Not too many of the actually doing stuff with them. That doesn't matter. 62. Next level, next level. So we need for this then. Does bring up the question of, is the last plant going to be more difficult to get? It's entirely possible. How's it? All that stuff. Just to get out of the inventory more than anything. Let's get back up here and get our red arrow. We're going down the list here. So I can definitely see the last one being higher level. We'll see. Red arrow. It's right there, in there. Harvest the arrow goes to this inventory. Yep. Red arrow dropped from a yew tree. The seed within are highly poisonous. Alright. Use the teleport to the central forest. Make our way down towards the big, big river. To the south. Yep. Pass by the Wendigos again. Because that's where we are. By Wendigo. You were level 26. Stop trying to attack me. Okay. Down around this way. It's the last thing we need. If we can just get it, we should most likely be in the clear here. I have my doubts. It's gonna be a golden hemlock. Juniper trees. Could just be actually along by the river here. It's entirely possible. Could even be across the river. It technically requires the other quests and stuff. It's here. Golden hemlock. 64! Yep, that is 1 day's worth of doing stuff. We don't have the knowledge point. Alright. Get the knowledge point. Unlock the brush Tarragon. Do that. Then hope the actually it's only 20 hours is enough to get 2 levels. We will see. And then we'll come back here. Backpack is full for 20 hours, basically. 67,000 XP this time. New thing. Level 63 botanist. Now harvest blue hailberries. Healthy looking berries. Okay. Used for level 52 potion. That's actually relevant because that's the potion we would be making. So, yeah. That was, since it's only 20 hours, because reasons, that was not 2 levels worth. Been another 4 hours, it would have been closer, I guess. Weird. Deposit these. And we still need, how much more experience here? 12,000? Nah. Let us passively get that, shall we? Well, that'll do it. Another 67,200 XP. Well, that's level 65 botanist. One level away from the next one here that we're not currently working with. Alright. Oh, we need a lot of knowledge points. Soon. But for now, we're gonna go and pick up the last thing we need for the current quest. Let's put these away. I've got another storage box, more down the path. We're actually going towards the river, but it's fine. This will do fine. I'm gonna get into the middle here once we actually get this going. Quest, Blight of Spores, a golden hemlock at the Hope Forest Ferry. Level 64, achieved. Alright. Let's get it. Let's get it. And from there it should be smooth sailing. Getting rid of these mushrooms. That's a problem. Right over here is where we found it. Just could not pick it up before. And now we can. So here we are. There you go. Harvest the golden hemlock. Goes in the quest inventory. There it is. Info. A foul odor betrays its majestic golden shine. There you go. Bring the poison ingredients back to Tanaj at the guard shack. That's right over here. Perfect. Okay. I guess there is still the possibility that even with the poison, we need a higher level to actually finish things here. That's technically an option, I suppose. And the quest information screen is somewhere from 60 to 69 botanist, so 64 is in there, but we will see. Gosh, I have all the ingredients for the poison. Great, get them here. We'll start the production process. Yep. Mixing it up. Putting it all into this machine. Add a little bit of something. And we are done. Alright. Here's your special poison. Apply it to the stem of the fungus, and it should work in an instant. Thank you. I'll make good use of it. Actually, before you go, if you ever find yourself in a tricky situation, focus on using the poison on the purple ones first. I'll keep that in mind. There's also a boss fight or something in here, so. We got the poison. A bottle of poison specifically made for the fungi first seen at Mushroom Glade. Consumption is not recommended. I would think not. My goodness. We can have the map face north, but we don't have an option to just face ourselves north. Actually, I don't think there is. Back to the mushroom meadow area. Let's get this happening. We filled out all the spots in the quest inventory screen. That's how you know things are coming to a close, probably. Okay. So fight was like 110. Our combat's 139, which should be fine. Also total level 996. Probably gonna get some levels from finishing the quest. That could push us over the 1000. Maybe something. Use poison on the fire coral. Time to see if this poison works. Ah. Yeah, I think Tash forgot to tell me how awful it would smell. Looks like it worked. Should tell Kedwick the good news. Destroy the blockade. Destroy the rest of these. We can also just harvest dandelions there at the same time. And the warlord left. The poison for the evil plants worked. I found out from Tanaj that they are actually a type of fungus named fire corals. Using the poison she made caused the fungus to disintegrate and fall apart. That's amazing news, traveler. I knew you could do it. I can already feel the... Hello. That sounded like Warboy. Dukar Loba fellow boy. Sekar Sor Kello, War Kel. What did you just say? Over there. Big problem. Problem there. A bad feeling about this, traveler. What's going on with Warboy? I have fewer clues than you do, traveler. Must have been doing something with Mushroom Glade. Why does he look so scared? It would have helped if I understood what he was saying. Hi, Warboy. Follow. You know, follow, Warboy. War Cal. I'm gonna go fight the mushrooms. Over in here. Either he or somebody else messed up the fire coral debris here. What happened here? It's like something came through and destroyed the blockade. Could have possibly done this. Let's go in the room and find out. Trail of Spores. Alright, we got a few more places in here. Fire coral blockade. And narrow path this direction. Den of Spores. Oh wow, look at that thing. That is definitely a something. Oh boy. Spores behind me now. Giant fire coral. I'm gonna hit it with a big mace. Oh, let's avoid that. That's making things happen here. Monk. Like that. The purple one over there. Shielding fire coral. Alright. Well, we don't want the corals, giant fire coral to be shielded, so let's stop that. These ones that are just kind of in the way are less of a problem. Let's keep those there. Bonk. 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 Getting more and more spores out here. It's mostly fine. Oh boy. Okay, it's less fine if these spores are going to explode. Ow. Here's a potion. Alright. Well, you've convinced me. Let's poison the corals. Just get these out of here. And also avoid the slam. Hey, put even more down. Oh goodness. Got a shielding one. Get space over here. Bonk it. It's gonna explode, that's fine. We are safe from the explosion. As long as we have a section of space here we can stand in. Should be alright. Switching. Oh, we're knocking off more of the fingers. The coral here. It's falling apart. Yeah, there you go. One terrifying hand fungus thing defeated. Bad over here indeed. My goodness. And we can also go down here. And this connection is not active. Timberwell Portal Stone. Activate it. And this is right here next to this. That's fantastic. New spell learned. Teleport to Timberwell Village. Oh, amazing. It was just in here this entire time. Wild. Okay. That's always a good quest reward. Teleportation. You'd love to see it. Teleport options. Look at all of them. There you go. Traveler, you're alive. Heard a terrifyingly loud rumble where you went. What'd you see? Giant evil fire coral. I defeated it. Fire-breathing dragon. I'm now a dragon slayer. Warwar's cousin, Morwar. Defeated him in a duel. It was just coral. Defeated. A giant evil fire coral, you say? I knew something was up. Seems with your victory, the evil spores have subsided. My lungs feel free. Many thanks to your help, traveler. Count you again if these evil fungi decide to ever return. Blight of Spores. Complete. Well done. You found the progenitor of the fire corals in Hope Forest. Put a stop to it before it went out of control. 130,000 bonus XP. Which is like 2 days worth of AFK. 835,000 combat XP, which is probably also about that much. And Timberwell Portal Stone, which is the real reward. Be able to get back down here at Timberwell slightly more quickly. And levels. 68 botanist. We can now harvest hairy dock leaves. Not a place to park your boat. And also, Firebane garlic. Adds a lot of flavor to a dish. Used in a level 66 chef recipe. And level 141 combat. We can now fight horned vipers that are level 161 and die immediately. That also means the vipers are going to be stronger when we try to walk through that room. That's great. Let's use the become immune to everything and walk away slowly option. There you go. And with that, the quests are done. Everything's done. I've completed it. Everything's complete. And our total level is now 1,001. Don't quite get the perfect 1,000. Well, that's okay. Because now, we're here. With that, I suppose the next question is, what do we do now? There is potentially upcoming future quests and things, but a lot of them are lower level and we would already have the stats for it. We could work on preparing for future stuff. Get everything up to at least the 70s, maybe 100-ish. And specifically, our Chronopolis levels are significantly behind. Including our only skill, sub 50, which is also sub 40. So we should definitely work on some detective stuff. We also need to work on getting just a lot of knowledge points here for all the different things we need to unlock. And keep working on levels. And eventually look at new things and new activities. Would definitely be interesting to see actual things to do besides just AFKing and reskins. The quest boss fights and the quests are definitely the most interesting portions. Repeatable, useful, interesting content. Could be something. We'll worry about that eventually. Whenever we get around to next time. Goodbye.